I was really into Nintendo. Before that, I had like a Atari 7200, and when the Nintendo came out, it's great. Like graphics, colors, immersive, really, for what it was. And I still had my Nintendo from when I was a kid, and just started to dig in basically and see what I could get out of it, using it as a computer animation device. That's pretty much how it started. Since then, of course, like more and more people are doing it, so it's interesting to see. What I'm doing to produce visuals with the Nintendo is hardwiring some connections on the motherboard and then terminating them with like switches or plugs, just using those to short circuit the system basically. I mean, it's like this whole kind of environment being generated with Nintendo hardware basically.
The visuals and the music work together. It's a synesthetic experience. The best visual performance I've ever seen has always been complementing the music. I love, old 8-bit graphics. And, the first couple shows I did with the chiptunes people here in town, I did a lot of 8-bit stuff, and this time I was just really like, no, I gotta resist. I can't just use old Mario graphics this time.
I'm an outsider. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, like, this is the only scene that I really felt comfortable with. I don't believe in like dropping tons of money on stuff just that makes you make better art. It's a matter of like making do with what you have. So when I came out and I started seeing these guys making music on little old devices or making graphics on an Amiga or whatever, that really resonated with me. I thought this is really something I can get involved in.
Would you say like these are all like the real basic elements of like a modern visual music visualizer?
No, they're the elements of a 1979 music visualizer. Yeah, nobody would do in their right mind would do this anymore. Yeah. To me, that's very, very cool, and I think that people will continue to do that. I noticed like for graphics, like you totally see that right now. Like the Amigas are going up in price, C64s, even the Timex, Sinclair. All these old computers are actually becoming collectibles and stuff like that. Some of it is for collectors, and some are people who want to go, who are just sick of the polished thing, That's the thing, is that like you can go buy a modern computer and it'll look very slick and it'll look very polished and all that, but they want a different aesthetic. They want something that's a little grittier. And so they'll go, find an old machine and see what you can do with it. And that's one of the things I've learned, that you could really make music or graphics on anything. I think the thing that anybody who works with older technology kind of has to deal with is, am I a retro dinosaur, or am I creating something new? And I think we'd like to think we're creating something new.
Okay, so let's get started. Part 1, writing NES music. This is in NSF format. That's Nintendo sound file, and this is a great way to make friends and look cool. The first time you hear your own music playing off an NES console, you're probably going to be pretty excited. It was a really cool feeling for me when I first was able to do this, and hopefully you guys can have the same experience. To sort of be able to recontextualize these devices in a completely new light and be pushing them in directions where the people that designed them never even intended them to, and I'm sure probably never foresaw, you know, happening to them.
You know, it was a consumer product that they just wanted to sell to people, but, you know, it's not about making money or using it as an entertainment system. It's about, you know, creating.
Yeah, that's always an extra, you know, burst of creative impetus, I think, when you have something that you're appropriating, you know, from some other use, particularly from corporate, you know, culture, and saying, no, this is ours, you know, we're using this to make what we want.
And I love that. You know, this stuff wants to be explored.
People, you know, don't want to just use things for what they're intended for. They want to be able to take them apart and mess with them. And they're taught by the internet that they should have control over the experiences that sort of define their lives. And that mentality kind of seeps out to, I don't have to have this way, I can do this with it.
It's really opening up this whole other aspect to this hardware that was dropped through like acceleration of technology and the supply and demand and people wanting faster, better graphics and everything. You know, these platforms were just abandoned. So I think it's excellent that people are going back and doing this because it's fresh.
You know, it's not reappropriating art, it's celebrating the things about it that work.